Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. Today you've got Lelo, and also today we have dragons. Yes, the new live action How to Train Your Dragon toys have dropped in the UK. So today we are taking a look at two of them. We have Hiccup and Toothless and Astrid and the Deadly Nadder. Now, you may be wondering, why is this Deadly Nadder not called Stormfly? Well, if you watch the original animated films, you will know that the name Stormfly doesn't actually get added until the second film. So, in the first film, it is purely just a Deadly Nadder, as in the species. So, we have both of them. I also have some of the older figures of both characters, both dragons, so we can take a look at them and compare them to the new ones and basically just see the evolution of the figures of the dragons. So let's head on over to the review table and get a closer look at these cool dragons. So here we are. Here are the figures, and I'm going to start with taking a look at Astrid and the Deadly Nadder, because I don't have as many Deadly Nadder figures for comparison. I have a few Toothlesses rocked up. So here is the Deadly Nadder and Astrid figures in their packaging. So we've got the nice How to Train Your Dragon logo down at the bottom, along with Deadly Nadder and Astrid. We've got Hiccup and Astrid riding Toothless up here, and then if I move the wing out of the way, up here we've got real field dragon wings and a picture of the figure all set up. On this side we've just got some nice looking decorations for Viking ships, and it's the exact same on that side. And on the back we have another look at the figures, and also we have the other ones available. I could not find the Gronkle and fish legs just yet, but I will review them when I find them. And then we've got, words and things. Don't eat anything. Oh no, I was just looking at the packaging. So yeah, I do believe this symbol here, because it is different on the Toothless figure. So I think this is meant to be like what class they fall into, which I do believe is the Sharp class for the Deadly Nadder, and I think it's the Strike class for Toothless. So let's get these out of the packaging. There we go, and now it's time to get Astrid out. Astrid is in there good and tight. There we go. And that is it. So you don't actually need to destroy the packaging to get them out. So if you like, saving the packaging to put them back in for display, you can do. However, I will be recycling the packaging. Right, I'm going to start off with Astrid, because I don't actually have any other Astrids to compare. These figures are very small. Here it is next to a salt pot. The human figures are very, very small. I will say that. Oh, and they feel very, very fragile as well. Oh, there we go. Never mind. There we go. So anyway, here we have Astrid. From what I've seen, this does seem like a pretty good likeness to the actor that is playing her. I don't know who is playing it. The film isn't out yet, and I can't remember who it is that they've got playing with her. But it looks pretty good. For such a small figure, the details do look really nice. They've got her skirt done nicely. Unfortunately, they've got all the writing on her back. But then they've got the boots. Paint-wise, it's a bit but the detailing is there. And her face, like I said, her face is done pretty good. So, for articulation, they can look... I think the head is on a ball joint, yep. So you get some nice wiggle waggle. And then shoulders can do full 360. Can they go in and out? Have we got in and out movement? They can, so she can also T-pose. Is the waist swivel? Nothing at the waist. Nothing at the elbows either. So the arm is... Oh, focus. The arm is all one solid piece. It only moves at the shoulder. Legs can go forward that fast. They can go forward all the way. And they can go back. Nah, not so much. That's how far back they can go. You've also got a bend at the knee, which does count as a swivel. Can the legs go outwards? They can go outwards. So ooh, something clicked when I moved her. Okay, so you can do the full splits. And then we've got the little peg holes, which will go onto these pegs on the dragon's back, so she can sit on it. Can she stand unaided? Probably, if I repositioned it. On to the dragon. Let's get it in position. Here we go. Ooh, those real feel dragon wings are pretty weighty. I would love it if the wings were up like that, but nope. But I won't. I can do that. Flappy, flappy wings. Anyway, the dragon. At first, I wasn't really a fan of the Deadly Nadder's live action design. And I'm still not a huge fan. It's not one of my favourites, but it is slowly growing on me the more trailers I see. I just feel like the head is too small. I mean, you know, from the animated series, her head was, the Nadder's head was huge, and a huge, like, bulky lower jaw, and there, now it just looks normal, basically, and I just think the head looks absolutely tiny. I mean, proportion-wise, it does look right for the size of the dragon, but it's just compared to the animated version, the head is just so small. And it just looked really bad at first. I mean, I like the design, it's just the sizing of the head that I didn't really like. Anyway, looking at the face, that is very nicely done. I like the pink that they've done for the nostrils, and it adds a little bit of markings around the eyes as well. The eyes do appear to be printed instead of painted, which is good because that means the eyes will look nicer. If we go and open the mouth, we do have colour for the inside of the upper jaw and the tongue, and also the weird little fleshy bits at the back. Teeth have been... I'm just going to adjust the camera so it's pointing down a bit. There we go. That's better. You can see the camera now. Teeth are painted pretty nicely. I'm not really seeing any paint splotches on mine through the camera. Yeah. We've got all of the riding harnesses and stuff paint sculpted and painted on. The paint for that is a bit sloppy, especially on the head, because I meant, look, you can see the molded strap goes down here, but then the painted strap goes off to one side, same with this bottom bit. The underside straps do seem to be painted nicer. Oh, does this do anything? Nope. I thought that was a button, but it's not. So that seems to be... I mean, if... I'm going to assume Toothless has it as well. This seems to be like the stamp that they put on the Jurassic World figures. So that's to show you that it's like official How to Train Your Dragon stuff and it's not fake. I'm going to assume. Going over the top, we've got the back spikes that are painted. And then we've got the tail, which is unpainted. The tail is just moulded in this blue plastic. We've got some of the tail spines poking up, but most of them are folded flat, showing that the dragon is in happy mode. For the real feel dragon wings, they are made of a soft rubbery material. I'm not 100% sure how well these will hold up in the long run. They look pretty good now, but give it a few years, is this rubber going to have degraded a little bit? We shall see. I love this red lining on the rim of the wing. And like the scaly pattern, almost looks like fur. And then we've got the splotchy markings. For articulation, the wings do have a hinge at where they hit the body. But like I said, these are fairly heavy, so they will not stay up like that. They will flop down, which is unfortunate. The tail doesn't move. The legs can go forward and back, and you've got a mouth that's open, that opens and closes. The mouth is on a spring, so you can't pose it with the mouth open. It just automatically closes each time. Can you stand for me? I don't think you're going to stand. I've seen clips of you standing rather well. Okay. So my stonefly doesn't want to stand. My nadder, should I say, doesn't want to stand. Even if you put it all the way... Oh, it'll stand if you put it all the way forward. But if you want to have it at a neutral position, she will not stand. So I'm going to have to display my nadder upwards and leaning on its tail. Let's try and put Astrid on it, shall we? On the back of the dragon. There we go. Astrid is on the back of the dragon, and then you can like bend the legs into position to make it look a bit more natural, because at the moment her legs are just floating either side. Maybe that helps balance the dragon a bit? Nope. The dragon still wants to flop backwards. So anyway, that's Astrid and the Nadder. For comparison, we're going to bring some old Nadder figures in. This is the original one from way back in 2010 when the How to Train Your Dragon toys first came out. As you can see, the lower jaw is absolutely huge because these ones are more screen accurate. I also got this one second hand, so it's unfortunately rather beaten up. But yeah, so that's how the modern Nadder looks next to the original Nadder. And then we've got the Riders of Berk, I think this Nadder was. Is this the Riders of Berk one? It's either Riders of Berk or Defenders of Berk, it's one of them. I'd say just this is the How to Train Your Dragon 2 Nadder. Fortunately, mine does seem to be a little bit sun damaged. Can't quite tell on camera, but you can see, you can definitely tell in real life. And that's just press the button on the back. And it flaps. It's meant to light up as well, but obviously that's... batteries have died. These are all made by Spin... I believe Spin Master made the original ones. So these have all been made by Spin Master. So they started off really well, and then took a step down. How to Train Your Dragon 3, they really took a step backwards. I was not a fan of the figures for How to Train Your Dragon 3, so I don't really have many of them. I mean, I've got the Death Gripper, Toothless, and the Light Fury. I think I've got the Light Fury. Yeah, I got those three, and that's it. I was not a fan of them. I think I did have the Stormfly, but was not a fan, so I got rid of it. But yeah, so that's how the modern one compares to the two older animated ones. Moving on to Hiccup and Toothless. Whoosh. Put you down there. I don't have any Astrid figures, so I can't compare Astrid. Anyway, moving on to Hiccup and Toothless. The packaging is exactly the same. And the back is exactly the same, except it has a different class logo, and obviously that as well. So let's break them out of the packaging. Come on, let me in. Why can I not snip these ties? There we go. Toothless is out. Can I get the tail out? Thank you. The tail's out. And then we'll get Hiccup out. Ugh. Oh, his leg fell off. This is something I recall seeing on someone else's review of these figures. It's that Hiccup's legs fall off. I'm also unsure if I've caused any damage to the figure. I probably have. But well. I'm not usually that bothered about the human characters. Oh yeah, oh wow. Yeah, Hiccup's legs are gonna fall off a lot. See, there we go. Yeah, Hiccup's legs do not sit nicely on those ball joints. There we go. That's it. So here is Hiccup once again. I cannot remember who plays Hiccup. Cannot remember the name of the actor they got to play him. But here is live action Hiccup, and I do have Hiccups from all of the films to compare him with. But he is once again a rather nice figure. Articulation is exactly the same as Astrid, so you've got shoulders that just go up and down and around and round. Then we've got the legs that fall off. I don't know why Hiccup's legs fall off so easily. And then we've got the, oh, I don't like. And then we got the knee bend. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. This leg doesn't want to bend. I don't like that. You gonna stand for me? Oh, he's standing, huh? So we're bringing some other Hiccups. We have OG Hiccup, who unfortunately mine broke and we had to glue his legs back on, so now he can't stand. And he's drunk. He looks drunk. We'll have that Hiccup sitting down. We have How to Train Your Dragon 2 Hiccup. So that's how he compares with that one. And rather recent addition is How to Train Your Dragon 3 Hiccup. So we'll stick him there. I'll hold OG Hiccup. There we go. So there is live action Hiccup. There's live action Hiccup with all of the animated counterparts. I don't like that this one's legs don't want to stay on. Oh well, with the Hiccups down there. Now we want Toothless. Let's move the legs down. So as before, he does have that stamp under him. I think that's the right way to position the legs. We do have to plug the tail in. Now I do believe it is this way around. Not that I don't really think it matters. Yeah, this way around. Come on, tail. You're gonna go in. There we go. Oh yeah. It's more obvious because you've got those little back spines. So here is Toothless. I honestly really like him. There we go. No, not a fan of the wings. Once again, the wings are too heavy for these hinges, so they keep flopping down. But it does let you do some nice wing flapping stuff if you're a kid. Toothless looks pretty dang nice. There we go. A little goofy from the front, like one eye's facing this way and this eye's facing forward. Other than that, pretty good. Inside the mouth, there's no paint apart from on the tongue, which you can just about see, and there's the gums on the bottom as well. The saddle for Toothless is painted rather nicely indeed. So we've got all of the saddle up here, and then you've got all of the straps and stuff. So this is the bit where Hiccup controls the tail, and then coming all the way down, and we've got it going to the tail. The tail on this Night Fury is huge. Live action Toothless's tail is massive. Lengthwise, not so much, but the actual tail fans, the tail fins, are massive. And I like it. People don't really like how they've done the bat legs. You know, like they prefer the straight legs that animated Toothless had. I don't mind, because this is more like natural. Like if dragons were real, this is more like how their leg would be. So you got leg, ankle, foot. So it's digigrade legs basically. So I am a fan. For Toothless's articulation, we have the spring-loaded mouth again, so you can't pose him with his mouth open. We have the flapping wings on hinges that are too heavy for the hinges. All of the legs can go forward and backwards, and the base of the tail can't rotate, but the tip of the tail can, because that's where you've pegged it on, and I don't believe that is really necessary. Can Hiccup sit on Toothless without losing a leg? Or is this going to be asking too much of you, Hiccup? Oh, I don't like how much. No, the legs come off. Oh well, let's peg the other leg in anyway. I can peg one leg in with it attached to him, and then I can probably just peg this other leg in and have it not attached. There we go. That looks a bit odd. That don't look too bad. But yeah, the legs come off to Hiccup too easily because he's a twig. He's a freaking twig. Anyway, let's bring the other Toothlesses in for comparison, shall we? So I shall put live action Toothless here. We shall bring in the OG Night Fury from How to Train Your Dragon 1. This is the only one of this scale I got. I did not get any of the ones that are officially toothless, but I wish I did because they are now pretty dang expensive. So this is the OG Night Fury. So just squeeze the legs and does like that. Like I said, the tail on this one, the actual size of the figure. So if I did that, this figure, the live action one is overall bigger, but I'm not kidding you when I say that the tail fins for the new one are huge. But yeah, that's OG Night Fury. I love it. One of my favourite figures. Mine seems to have... So you know, you can still take him apart and stuff. Mine seems to have sun faded as well, but I'm not entirely sure if it's the wings that have faded or if the body has changed colour. I don't know why everything is a different colour. Here we have the Riders of, or Defenders of, but basically How to Train Your Dragon 2 Toothless, who is much smaller than both the original and the new one, but the wingspan seems to be there, and that is just press this button on his back and his wings flap. And he also came with a sheep that you could fling. I do still have the sheep somewhere, and then you could have tilty wings. I do really like the head sculpt on this one. This one's a nice head sculpt. And now for the worst Toothless figure that I own, the How to Train Your Dragon 3 one. I got him from a charity shop. Same with the How to Train Your Dragon 3 Toothless. I mean Hiccup. I'm not entirely sure. I think he had a projectile, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, he didn't come with one now. But yeah, this is How to Train Your Dragon 3 Toothless, and I am not a fan. I mean, that just looks... I mean, look at it. It looks like a freaking shark. From the side, it even looks terrible. Now, he's How to Train Your Dragon 3 because he's got the both black fins. I'm not sure if this is the Toothless that came with How to Train Your Dragon 3 Hiccup. It might have been. I actually got these two separate from two separate charity shops, so I'm not entirely sure if this is the right pairing, but oh well. So yeah, not a fan of this one. I do not like this one. I will probably get rid of this one in the future, but then again I might not, because I might want to, oh, it's like, that's just a bit of glue. Because I might want to look at the god-awful evolution, or should I say, devolution of Toothless figures, because I don't know. Amazing, okay, shit, really good is pretty much it. So yeah, I really like the live action How to Train Your Dragon figures. Like I said, I still need to get Meatlug and Fish Legs, or should I say the Gronkle and Fish Legs. I have seen a hideous Zippleback floating around with Rough Nut. I don't know if it comes with Rough Nut and Tough Nut, but at least the hideous Zippleback. And there is also a Monstrous Nightmare, so a Hook Fang figure out there, but that's only in a big pack. So I'm waiting for just single figures like these to come out with the other dragons. So anyway, that is that for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you all in the next video, whatever that'll be. Bye!